Hello, I'm Patricia McNeely from Twin Flame Body. And in this video, I want to talk about some of the things that are coming up right here, right at the get-go, that a lot of people didn't quite expect. And there's reasons for it. It's because you are through some of the portals, and we're sort of smack right coming up to this other eclipse right now. The reason has a lot to do with the cosmos, from whence things have came. It coincides with a lot of closures from years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, but especially about 10 years ago. Whatever needs to come up, it will come up. But this is getting people at a really deep level. It's tapping them. And so the topic of this has to do with pain and emotional distress. This is the place where some people can't really find out, where does this pain come from? Why is it there? Why is it to begin with? It's quite simple. It comes from way long ago. You still have to get rid of it. You still have to properly transmute it. You're not here to have everything get polluted all over again, because there is a proper way to do this. And there's a right way, which means that you're not engaging with other people to fight them, nor is your twin flame, because this causes anxiety, it causes withdrawal, it causes social anxiety. It can cause a lot of weird emotions in people, bringing up angers, misunderstandings, and conflict. You're not here to engage in conflict anymore. So if you feel that some of this comes up within your own family, or there's sort of this backlash after the holidays somehow, and you're just saying, you know what, I don't feel okay. You might feel very exhausted around your heart area. There is a thing to know. It's incumbent on you to learn how to move this, because it will happen again and again until everything is dredged out. That's the news report for you, is that you either have to learn how to do it from someone like me, and actually me, because as far as I know, I have premier information about the twin flame body. It's not based in ancient history, and so ancient things will sometimes only take you so far. And that's important to know. Part of that reason is because you're not being enabled to repeat the past. You're not being enabled to carry patterns forward. So this deep stuff requires participating, in particular for the males, the masculine, to rid themselves of the fighting past. Now, mind you, females have fought too. Females have enlisted or been conscripted into fighting, or have had to fight for land, fight for survival. Sometimes fight the very people in their own household, fight them off, or fight them, or continue fighting. And it can feel like that for you. For females, there are different aspects too, because there's your whole menstrual cycle and the past having to do with that. Why does it bring up emotions? Because everything has been skewed. It's been out of whack for a really long time. What we call balance has actually been out of balance, because many times we've been balancing with others who cannot heal us. We're just doing the best we can. Our parents did the best they can. Some people are parents and they're raising children, and you might find that your children are going through stuff. In children, it plays out a little bit differently. So if you have things going on with your child, reach out to me and have a session, or if your child is old enough, have a session for the child, because you would be surprised how I can help you with leaps and bounds. So the feminine release and pushing up, how the feminine has to do this now is actually push up the masculine. Divine masculine and divine feminine, yes, they are an energetic. Yes, they are in you. Yes, they are a part of you. Yes, they've been a part of the past. Yes, you've had people tap in. Yes, you've had people try to stay tapped in or stay attached. Sometimes you've been attached. Sometimes you need to say to yourself, what is going on? Because I'm feeling drained. I'm feeling tired. I am really up to here. There's a lot of pain. So do you feel weeping? Do you feel chest distress? Do you feel hormonal? Do you feel a bit irrational? Do you feel like you'd like to run away from all your responsibilities and chuck it and find someone else to do it? Okay, if you do, it's time to come see me, or it's time to join some of the things that I have going on. I have several things going on. So one thing I can tell you about 2020 is, do not assume that by watching a video, you're going to get something magically conferred to you that it's, going to make everything go away. One of the key differences is participation. So this is like saying, if someone's a diabetic, everyone else has to take care of the diabetic except the diabetic themselves. If you have issues, it's important, take charge, take actions. I am a very high level healer. I am a Blu-ray healer. A Blu-ray is right from the source. I've worked very hard to achieve all the way up to the highest dimension possible at this time. And it's important to know that, because there are some people trying to do work here from that level, and they're still under the astral plane, and they're still scared of things, and they still aren't understanding how to transcend it. There are readers who are not healers, and some of them are going through their paces so that they too can become a proper healer, because this requires a whole new level of doing this at. This requires a whole new level of maintaining yourself. So let me put it in perspective for you. If you're in a separation, use the separation wisely while you can to feel out and figure out, or even just address the things that you're feeling chunk by chunk, cycle by cycle, so that you can get rid of it. What I recommend is set it as sort of a schedule. Do you need to have daily coaching? Yes, I offer that. In fact, I have a brand new website that you should check out. The link is below. I have all kinds of helpful things on there. Meditation, book. I make recommendations on things in addition to my sessions. In addition to my sessions, I also offer groups. These are webinar groups. They're very interactive. A lot of people have gotten to know someone in the safety without the aspect of having the wild west of the internet, where it's just like anything goes. And there's parts of people that are clearing where you may be in a completely different vibe than they are. The only person you're intended to be in the same vibe with is your twin flame. That's the only person you really can. How do you tell the difference when you start getting improvement? How do you tell when you are in a separation? It's kind of like when everything clears space around you. You can't get an invitation. You don't feel okay about accepting an invitation. You notice that people seem to have parted ways with you. Sometimes this is upsetting. If you're a gregarious type of person, it can be upsetting for you. You can raise these questions in my classes, in my webinars. So I'm doing a few of them, and you need to take and make time for yourself, because your actual brand new twin flame body requires time to integrate, to settle in, and actually to get accustomed to it. Don't you know that being at a different vibration, maybe you feel it. Have you ever felt sometimes that things are just like going ka-dunk, 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 and it feels like your heart's something's going to happen, and you're tired, and you don't even know where to start because it's overwhelming. I get that, and I help you with that. And furthermore, I have a class coming up to help you with that. So I have one that is called Love is the New Partnership. I am on part 3, but if you join now, you get parts 1 and 2. There's great meditation in there to help your high heart. There is great information about letting you know how this is a partnership. This is no longer dualistic. This is not, I'm this, you're that, you're the man, you do this, I'm the woman, I do this. You are the same, you're the same, but you're slightly sparkling aspects of the same oneness. There's a lot of rules being written out there that, like, twin flames have to have this, twin flames have to have that. I don't know who's writing these rules, because as someone said to me, some of it is BS. And yeah, I've been noticing that for a long time. Twin flames have to have a large age difference. No, they don't. Twin flames have to be in a different country from each other. No, they don't. You could be right in the same neighborhood. In fact, a lot of that stuff is very wrong, because it's based on someone's experience of, you know, what do they need to actually get out of themselves so that they can be with their true love. That's the main thing you have to pay attention to. Things come up for a reason. It can be annoying. It can be angry. It can make you feel like, what now? Okay. And to add to that, there's another one of you. You have another half that actually needs to go through some of the same things or similar things that you have already. And I've helped a number of people over the years for more than 10 years, because I actually started in about 2006. So I have evolved with all of this. I've produced really great material to help make it concise, understandable. And not only that, it's one thing to be told, it's another thing if I give you some actionable things, some esteemable things to do so that you can get this shifted. So I have that one, Love is the New Partnership, Part 3. Join that. It's this coming up Sunday on the 12th. I have another one called Abundance, which is going to talk about your mission, your finances, and other forms of abundance. Because as a twin flame, while it seems like you're piecing it together, you can't piece this together. Everything happens in relation to your true love and you. It's happening for you, not to you. It's happening for you. Remember that. So I want to help you turn the lemon you had in 2017, and then in 2018 and 2019, you tried to make lemonade with it. Now you're going to make a lemonade stand. Abundance, mission, finances, that is starting on January 17th, 2 days in a row, and then the following week, Part 2, 2 days in a row. That one I'm presenting in collaboration with Wella Amontawa, and it will be in English and in Arabic. In English and in Arabic. I was a little bit daunted when I thought about that, because I said, you know, laws are different and the culture is different than where I'm at. But here's the thing. Twin flame love is the same universally all over the world. So when I, you know, took a pause and communed, I realized, yes, people want the same thing. They want to be in love. That's the whole thing, what it's all about. And whatever things you trip on over the, you know, on your journey, whatever has been your stepping stone, whether it's, you know, organizing or food, or it could be astrology. Now this is the year for making it real. This is the reality check. Time to get the love and get rid of the fears, like really get rid of them so that you can be fully abundant. As the same soul, you are a partner. You are partners. You're not rivals. You're not adversaries. You're not looking at each other like this is, you know, a massive tension thing. Don't. The next thing is the third thing I have, or actually third thing to help you, which is vitally important. Sleeping in your light body is very different than sleeping at the old level, in the old paradigm. In the old paradigm, you went to the astral plane and you dreamed and you had some fantastical stuff. That is shut down now. not is shutting down. It is shut and closed now. So whatever you're dreaming that's still there, it's still the residue of thought forms and so forth, which can be weird and it can be restless. You might not be getting good sleep. So my third item is my book 3, Ascension, Sleep, and Love. How do you incorporate love? How do you put yourself in the mode of higher love while you're going to sleep so that you get to the next level? Because you no longer sleep at that fourth dimensional astral plane. You can't dream there, you can't create there. That's why a lot of people are struggling. That's why you see all these commercials all around for insomnia. This is a worldwide thing. It's not just the twin flame community. Twin flames, such as myself, are the ones that know about it and can speak about it eloquently and concisely and with actions. So do you want to know what actions to take? Do you want to know what to do, how to ease out all of the strings of connection to the past? Try the book. That is in the link below. And have a session. Have the session that is called My Psyche Body Session. This is where we address the part of you that you share parts. You've had shared experiences, especially the traumatic ones, especially the painful ones, and the ones that bring up emotional distress, discomfort, and being extremely tired of it, weird emotions. Have that session. That will help you immensely. And during the session, I will make recommendations for you. I recommend that you have 3 to 4. So, this is to give you a time frame so that you can plan for this, okay? I highly recommend that people don't wait for a crisis. If things get to a crisis pitch, you wind up going to the doctor or the hospital. If you have a physical problem, you can make some of this stuff into a physical problem. How many times have people been distressed only to wind up with an ulcer? How many people fight only to wind up with irritable bowel or stomach upset because they can't stand the person that's near them that makes them feel like they're fighting all the time? This is, where does your chest tense up? Okay, that's your heart. Your heart connects you to your twin. So you got to take care of this before it becomes a crisis pitch. Don't be a member of the Crisis of the Day Club. That's what I say. Find out, get on board, start off on the right track for 2020. And I thank you so much for watching. I will be back with more information. Check out my new websites. And if you have questions, write me at twinflamebody@gmail.com. The links are below. The information is below. Thanks so much. And find me. You'll be glad that you found some things. I pull the string. I pull that loose thread on the stuff that needs to tumble out of you. And you will find out that it's a good decision. So thank you so much. Bye.